Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to go over a computer desk that I just got, and this is going to replace a laptop desk that my wife uses. And right now she uses one that is just on a stand and it's sitting behind me. This is I believe it's pronounced a FEZIBO? FEZIBO? I butcher these names, I'm sorry guys. This is 40 inches long. It's a walnut finish. The depth is 24 inches, and the height is anywhere from 28 to 45 inches, depending on whether you want to stand or if you want to sit. And this is how it arrived. It arrived by FedEx, and it's in this box here. This box is heavy. It's a heavy box. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to do the unboxing, and I'm going to sort out all the parts, and then we're going to do a review, and I want to show you the end result. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and open the box, and we're going to see what we got. So let's go ahead and do that right now. As you can see, I haven't even opened it yet. Let's get this other end here. Oh, came right up. Sure this is in the camera for you. I'm going to take the styrofoam out. Here is the manual. Not sure if you can see it with all the parts that's listing. And I will have this all in the installation portion of the video. So it's not very thick at all, not many pages. So I'm going to set that to the side. Like I said, this thing is heavy. I would say it's a good at least 50 pounds, maybe even more. And it looks like the top has two boards to it. I don't know if you can see it. So these are actually two boards here, and it's 40 inches long. So I'm going to set that to the side. And again, it's in a walnut finish. I don't know what this is, but it's a flimsy little metal piece. So I'm going to set that to the side as well. We will find out eventually. And here is the rest of the parts for the desk. This is it. This is everything. There's some L brackets that we have here, some pegs. So I'm going to go ahead and remove everything and set everything out so that you get a good picture of what we have. So here is everything that I just took out of the box. As you can see here, I'm going to try to keep the camera steady. I do want to say one thing. When I was unpacking everything, this bar here has little tiny screws in it. These little tiny screws right here. One of them popped out into the box, and luckily I was able to find it, but they're very small, and I believe this adjusts the turning rod here so you can raise the desk up and down. So be careful of that when you unbox everything. And another thing I like is the screw bag here. It's all lettered so you know what goes into what portion of the when you assemble things. And you can see the boards here that's labeled 1 and 2. I don't see anything labeled on these. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to go ahead and work on this, put this together, and I will be back with my final thoughts. Alright everyone, so I'm going to start putting this together. The first thing we're going to do is step 1, and we are going to start putting the legs together. Each one is labeled. As you can see, this one has an R and this one has an L for left. And what we want to do, you want to put the crossbar just like this in the brackets here. So they're going to fit just like that. And according to the instructions, we are going to use screws Q and R. This is right here, Q and R. Alright, so this is step 1. So now we're going to go to step 2, and step 2 says we need to put the feet on. So we're going to flip this around. So I'm going to set it down just like this, and we're going to use these, the 2 railings, and we're going to line up the 4 holes, which is here, these 4 holes, and we're going to line up to the feet on here. So it's going to line up kind of just like this. Okay, so I got the feet on and I have the legs on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use wheels, and these are going to go here. Now you don't have to use wheels. The kit also comes, the desk also comes with these little adjustable feet. So if you don't want wheels, you can use these, and they just simply screw into the holes here on each end. And what I'm doing is I'm screwing this nut down onto the base of the foot, and we're going to use this little wrench that they have with the kit, and I'm going to use that to help tighten this down once I get it down far enough. We're going to move on to the next step. These are screws marked P. We're going to use those screws, and here are the 2 brackets that we need. And we're going to install them like so. The lip part is going to face out, and you have 2 holes here that the screws are going to go into. So step 3 is done. Did it on both sides. So we want the transmission rod with the screws, with these little tiny screws here, as you can see, it's going to be facing to the left. So we're going to take this, and we're going to take this end, make sure that's in there, and then the other end, I'm going to put it into, you can see my little 2 screws are here at the top. So once you have it lined up and in, you want to tighten those screws. Now unfortunately, they did not give me an Allen wrench for that. So I do have an Allen wrench, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten those down. Alright, the bar is in, so we are going to the next step. At the end of the bar is this little cap, this little black cap. This has to come off. There is a little screw that's holding this on, and you're going to use the same size Allen wrench that you use to tighten up the tension bar, and you're just going to use this and break free that screw if you can. This one is really on there really good. There it goes. And then once you do, the cap will come right off. So now we're going to use this, and we're going to install it right in here. Make sure when you put the bar in, it's in all the way. And you'll know if it's in all the way because you'll see it literally through, you'll see the bar come through here on the other side. If it's not, then when you try to move the lever, you'll notice that the desk is not moving, not raising or anything. Same thing on the other end with the tension bar. If this tension bar isn't all the way in, it won't raise or lower the other side of the desk either. The next thing they want you to do, which is on step 7, this is the cable management. We're going to bend the ends here, and we're going to bend them up. So the lip here is facing up, so we want to bend these up like that. And you're going to see there's little holes here, and you want to line them up like this. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take this, we're going to flip it upside down, and we're going to line up to the holes that's on the board here. We want to make sure that that crank bar is facing this way. And there are little holes on each one of the brackets that you're going to line these screws up to. So that's pretty much what you're going to do. You're going to do it on all these, going down on both sides. Now I'm using a hand screwdriver, but you can use a drill. If you use a drill, make sure it's on the lowest torque setting. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this, and I'll be right back. There are also 2 in the center that you should screw down as well. So there are a total of 10 screws. 4 on the end, 2 in the center, and 4 on the end. There is a clip on each end, so we installed one here, and we installed one over here as well. And there are holes that tell you exactly where they are. And you can hang your backpack or headphones or whatever you want there. Alrighty, so the last thing we have to do is we have the handle holder and the bar support. So what we're going to have to do is we have to take out the crankshaft, and we're going to install this first, these clips first, and then we're going to reinstall the crankshaft. So I'm going to screw these down now, and I'll be back. And there you have it. I have the bar in there, the crankshaft holder. I guess I did that right. Seems right. And now we're going to flip the desk over. There you have it, guys. That is it. There is our desk. There's the crankshaft. You got the little holders there. There's cable management. It's on the wheels, so it moves along pretty good. This will be replacing that. That has to go. So that is it. On with the review. On with the pros and cons, and as always we're going to start with the pros. It was fairly easy to assemble. Just make sure you follow the directions closely and you shouldn't have much of an issue. It is available in 40, 48, and 55 inch length. The one in this video was 40 inches, but you can also get it in 48 and 55 as well. It also comes in 5 colors. The one in this video is walnut, but it does have 4 other colors that you can choose from as well. It is height adjustable, which is the whole purpose of this desk. You can use it as a sitting desk or you can stand. It supports up to 176 pounds. Now be aware that this is particle board. It's not a solid piece of wood, and I'm referring to the desktop portion. So I wouldn't go standing on it, and I wouldn't put multiple heavy monitors on it. Just be aware it supports up to 176 pounds. The legs and the frame, however, are made of steel. So that part you're not going to have any issues with. The only problem would be, if you're going to have a problem, would be the desktop portion itself, which is particle board. On with the cons. As I mentioned, the manual, yes, follow the manual closely. However, the manual is not very detailed, especially when you come to the portion with the transmission bar. I believe that's what they call it, the transmission bar. Just be very careful of that section. There was a lot of trial and error for me when I first installed the bar and I tested it. I couldn't get the left leg to raise, and that's because the bar wasn't inserted correctly. Just make sure you follow the directions closely and test it. Make sure it raises and lowers before you add the desktop portion, and you should be good to go. Speaking of the desktop, and I've already mentioned this, it is made of particle board, but the desk itself costs less than $200. When I bought the desk, it was $170, and I believe it's on sale right now for $165 as of this video. So you do get what you pay for. I wasn't really expecting a solid wood for the desk portion because of the price, so just be aware that it is particle board. And I have it on a con, but it's kind of nitpicky, but I just want people to be aware that, yeah, it's not super solid, and I wouldn't go standing on it or putting anything extremely heavy on it. And another little nitpicky thing is not all tools are included. That's normally the case when you buy an item where you have to put together. There's always some tools you're going to need, but I did not know that you would need a small hex wrench in order to tighten the screws on the rod. It would have been nice if it told you somewhere. I'm looking through the manual and on the box, I did not see anywhere where it said that is a tool that's that you need. So just be aware that you're probably going to need a small hex wrench in order to tighten those screws down. Actually, you are going to need that. Other than that, it's a little nitpicky, but I just wanted everyone to be aware, if you buy this desk, of some of the tools that you're going to need. And you're also going to need a screwdriver as well. My final verdict, my verdicts are similar to Amazon, where 1 star is the worst and 5 stars being the best. I'm going to rate this a 4 star. It's above average for a $170 desk. It's pretty decent, and I think you're going to, if you need a small desk, I think this is going to work out for you. So 4 stars. If you're interested in this desk, I do have the link in the description below. I want to thank everyone for watching the video. Please be safe out there, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good one.